Angular 5 installation and environment setup. So today we're going to be talking about the softwares and packages that are needed to create Angular 5 application. First we'll be installing Node.js. Along with Node.js comes NPM Node Package Manager, then Angular CLI. CLI is command line interface by Google. Typescript, it's provided by Microsoft. It's a superset of JavaScript. Then Bootstrap, it's a CSS, HTML, UI framework. Yarn, it's again a dependency manager, just like NPM. It's Yarn is like a new kid on the block and has really gained traction recently. Git, that's a repository system. And finally Visual Studio Code, which is our integrated development environment. For Node.js, we're going to go to nodejs.org and install the latest version, which is 9.3.0. This is a stable build. We'll do next, accept the license agreement, and do install. This is the default folder path. We're going to leave it as is. Next and install. Finish. Now we're going to check our installation by going to start and then type node and then click on Node.js command prompt. Here we're going to type node -v and hit enter. We get 9.3.0, so the version looks good. Along with Node, we also get NPM Node Package Manager, and we're going to check its version by typing npm-v. Here we get version 5.5.1. So our Node.js installation as well as the NPM installation looks good. Next we are going to be installing Angular CLI, and for that we are going to use NPM Node Package Manager. But before that we are going to visit its website, which is cli.angular.io. Here you can see that it states that you can use the npm to install Angular CLI, and the command for it is npm install -g @Angular CLI. So -g is for basically global. What it means is that it is going to be installed for all users. So here we come and type npm Next, we are going to be checking Angular CLI installation by typing ng-v. And our Angular CLI installation looks good. We have version 1.6.1 installed, and the Node.js version also get listed, which is 9.3.0. After this, we are going to install Typescript, and before installing Typescript using npm, we are going to go to its website. And so here we go, typescriptlang.org. We can also download that TypeScript from here, but the better way is to install using npm, and that's the reason we install Node.js, because npm comes along with Node.js, and npm is a dependency manager, and we can actually download and install any of the modules using npm. So here we are going to run the command, which is npm install -g TypeScript. So here we have the TypeScript installed. In order to check its version, we can again type tsc-v, and it tells us the latest version that we have installed is 2.6.2, and here on the website you can see that it's TypeScript 2.6 version, so we are good. There's another important thing to keep in mind is that TypeScript gets built every night. So in order to get the latest nightly build, you can actually run the command, same command, and put @night along with it. So @next along with it, and that's going to get you the latest nightly build. So for that we are going to type npm install -g TypeScript next. So here you're going to see that now the version that we have installed is 2.7.0, whereas on the website it's 2.6. What it means is that last night this build might have triggered, and this is a dev build. So now we have 2.7.0. Of course, it's also a stable build, so you can use the 2.7.0 for development purpose. This makes our TypeScript installation complete. Next, we're going to install Bootstrap. For this, before installing Bootstrap using NPM, we are going to go to the website, which is getbootstrap.com. And so Bootstrap is basically a mobile first, very responsive HTML, CSS, UI framework. It's pretty good. So we're going to go and install it using the command npm install -g and then Bootstrap. That was fairly quick. Now we have Bootstrap and we can see the version 3.3.7 that's installed. After this, we're going to go and install Yarn. Yarn is also a dependency manager just like npm. Yarn has recently gained a lot of traction. We go to Yarn's website, that's yarnpkg.com. And you can install Yarn from here, but the whole idea of npm is that we can, using one command, we can install any of the modules. And so next we are going to install Git. Git is a version control system, and we're going to go to its website, which is gitforwindows.github.io. You click on downloads. You click on the downloaded file. Next, take the default options and let it install. Uncheck the view release notes. Launch the git bash. Git bash is a very good command line utility. It allows you to also run Linux based commands. So if I want to list all the files and directories, I can do ls-l, and that lists me all the files and directories. It also allows me to do it full screen, whereas the Windows command line utility doesn't go full screen, and the color combinations that it highlights are soothing to the eyes. So git bash is installed. Now we're going to install Visual Studio Code. We'll go to its website, which is code.visualstudio.com, and click on download for Windows. And we're going to download it. Now we're going to install Visual Studio Code. Select next, accept the agreement, take all the default options, next, and install it. And we're going to launch. So this is our Visual Studio Code welcome screen. Here you have the option to import the shortcuts of Vim, Sublime, Atom, other text editors, basically other IDEs, and you can use those shortcut features in Visual Studio Code. Another important thing is that we're going to go to View, and we're going to click on Integrated Terminal. It integrates this terminal, the Node.js command prompt that we were using early on to launch npm commands, we can do it directly from here in Visual Studio Code. So that's a very handy option. We also installed the git bash, so we can change this command prompt, default Windows command prompt, to the git bash command prompt. For that, we are going to actually go into this small icon on the left side, click on it, and then we're going to go to settings. So here, this settings, user settings screens, here you can see that I'm going to pull this down a little bit. Here you're going to see that there's on the left hand side all the default settings, as well as on the right hand side, if you see, you have the settings that you can put in, and that's going to override the default settings on the left hand side. So for now we want to change the integrated terminal, so we are going to first scroll down to the integrated terminal, and we are going to change one of the value of the command.exe to bash.exe. Here we copy this and we paste it out here. Inside the inverted commas, we are going to take the bash.exe path that's in C program files, git, and bin, and here this bash.exe, we're going to copy this and paste it out here. Okay, yeah, and type bash.exe. We're going to put another backslash all throughout in the path. We still see there's an error. We're going to go, oh, there's a at the end there is a semicolon. We're going to take it off, and now we're going to save it, and now we're going to close this user settings file, and now we're going to relaunch the Visual Studio Code IDE. Now upon relaunch of Visual Studio Code IDE, we again go to View, Integrated Terminal, and here we can see Bash, and we have the Bash UI. We have the Bash client integrated, fully integrated. Now we are going to actually create our AngularJS project. For that, we are going to run the ng command, and that's ng new, and whatever is the project name that we want to give for this. We are going to give Angular HelloWorld, and hit enter. So first it's going to generate all the basic files that are required, that are mentioned in the template, and then it's going to start installing all the packages that are listed in package.config file. So installing packages via Node Package Manager, it starts to install it. So once the installation of all the packages is complete, we are going to inspect the installation by looking at the logs which get displayed out here. We see that there are two warnings, and these warnings are related to FS events. Now FS events is NPM optional skipping dependency. So FS events is related to Mac OS based systems, so for now we can ignore it, that's okay. Now we go to file, we go to open folder, and we open our project Angular HelloWorld and select the folder. Here all the files, so we have config.json also, and we go to view, we launch the integrated terminal, and here we are going to actually first run the command ng space build. This will build the project. Now the project is built. Now we're going to launch the browser by typing ng serve --open. This will launch the browser and open the localhost port 4200 and launch our application. The --open actually launches the browser, default browser, and opens the application. You don't have to explicitly go and launch the browser. And ng-serve actually launches the server, which it also does the build. So we first launched the ng-build, which actually did the build, and ng-serve does both. It does the build and launch also. Now the browser came up, application is coming up. The application came up, it looks good. Welcome to our app, and our installation is complete. Now we're going to press Ctrl+C, and that will stop our, and so now our Angular 5 environment and dev setup is complete. Thank you all for watching this video.